If you haven't been paying attention to the online war between South Korea and Malaysia and apparently everybody else in the world, then I might ask, bro, where were you? And the answer would probably be, well, probably somewhere doing a losang or eating Chinese New Year dinner. But you know, even though it's halfway over, I think it's still worth talking about it cause it's a really fascinating case study on racist comments. So poops, the start of this story is the 10th anniversary concert of Day 6 at Axiata Arena in Malaysia. Apparently house rules in the Axiata Arena were like, yo, don't go bringing in your cameras. But apparently this fan site brought in their cameras anyway. And like, these are like fan sites that basically just operate by taking pictures with your cameras. I don't know if they're actually legal right here, but you have interactions like these right here, where these people apparently get chased out while screaming, yo, don't touch my camera, don't touch my camera, don't touch my camera, bro.
But yeah, that was in Indonesia. In Malaysia,
a couple of saboops went and uploaded picture of the person, and before you know it, then you had a full-on internet war. I don't know why that happened, how the security failed, and before you know it, somebody goes and kills Franz Ferdinand by throwing shade on Nona, declaring ton obsoso. I'm sorry, these people had no money to film, it seems. Why would you film in a paddy field? Are you on the way to transplant rice seedlings? And before you know it, then Newton's law, bro. For every action, there is an equal but opposite reaction. And before you know it, then you have like wars of words. A couple of these really pleasant comments right here. Some people screaming that Southeast Asians are poor. Some people screaming that Koreans get plastic surgery as people take part in petty disputes. It basically piles on. And next thing you know, you've got people standing against racism a la hashtag SEABlings. For which apparently now there's a whole definition, hashtag solidarity, hashtag anti-discrimination. And frankly, I think it's kind of ridiculous. Because by now, the fan site operator has apologized, everybody else has apologized, and this thing is basically just still ongoing as people are fighting left, right, front, and center. And the yapping goes on and on and on to the point that people are going out and making these like grand declarations of like anti-Korean backlash, apparently. And frankly, Sapoops, I'm not buying it. I mean, Sapoops, just ask yourself, right? Is every single person in Korea fighting against every single person in Southeast Asia? No, right? Far as I know, you're not seeing people like, I don't know, Jenny or Cha Eun-woo come out and scream about how horrible all of these Southeast Asian countries are. And that makes sense because it is illogical and a waste of time and money for people to fight about nonsense like this. Seriously, if you think about it, the only kinds of people who actually end up fighting are actually like people who have nothing better to do, meaning the bottom barrel of society, the losers. Dude, look at this guy right here who basically just started off the entire war. This is literally just like repost after repost and post from hours and hours and hours of just stalking social media day in and day out. Like, do you even know how many posts this person is making in the course of a day? That's like more than 10, bro. And it just makes you wonder to yourself, like, bro, like, does this person not have anything better to do with their life? I mean, come on, Sapoop. You're literally doing this all day. Do you have any friends? Do you even leave your room? Bro, what is wrong with you? But yeah, that's the kind of person who went out there and made this whole thing into an issue, and you best believe that this is very similar to what happens in Malaysia. When you do see racist comments, they are from like the bottom tier of society. Like the sadder class, the kinds of people who have like no life prospects and live only to insult other people and grift only because there are too many of them and they haven't been actually arrested. Only because there are too many of them and they haven't been arrested. So you tell me, right, there is a war between South Korea and Malaysia and Indonesia and however many other countries are involved in this whole behavior right now. Before you go making that conclusion, just think for a bit, Habib, and ask yourself, do these people actually represent our society? And the answer is no, they don't. So poops, I don't think I've actually mentioned this before, but I do know a little bit of Korean. I write the Hallyu, I love moving, and the last TV show that I watched was Culinary Class Wars. And so with that in mind, I will say this. 코로나 이후 첫 해외 여행이 한국이었어요. 친구들랑 같이 갔고요. 한국에서 한국 친구도 많이 사귀고 온라인으로 한국어 수업을 듣던 선생님도 직접 만났어요. 솔직히 말해서 이 갈등은 몇 명이 괜히 만든 소란이라고 생각해요. 소셜미디어에서 토론은 것만 조금 넘어서 보면 사실 별거 아닌 일이에요. So poops, Malaysia and Korea, we have like literally so many connections. One of the best grocery stores in this country is a Korean grocery. You have people out there learning Korean day in and day out. Koreans working in Malaysia, we travel to Korea, we hang out with Koreans. It's an ongoing relationship. And honestly, if you're gonna conclude that, well, now my country and the entirety of Southeast Asia is fighting with Korea just because of a couple of comments brought about by a couple of agitators, you're missing out on how we actually engage with Korea. You are missing the forest for the trees. It's kind of like how people in Malaysia, right? We have good relationships with people in the Malay community, for example. But then you have people out there who are rabble-rousers, who write out racist comments, and who make you think that, oh, all Muslims are like this, all Malays are like this, and everything like that. Which is, I think, just not a good way of going about things. Those kinds of generalizations are not helpful. And at the end of the day, if you let yourself get too caught up in hatred, or in the whole flame war here, there, and everywhere, then you're gonna miss out on everything that's good about actually maintaining the relationships that we have. It's the same with Korea, it's the same with what we have locally in Malaysia. And I think that at the end of the day, all of y'all just need to like cool down. If you're Malaysian, you need to see that not everyone in Korea is a racist, is discriminating. And if you're Korean, then you probably want to just see for yourself that there are a couple of idiots out there who are behaving in a bad way. The fan side should have followed the house rules, and maybe, just maybe, we can all stop insulting one another. Left, right, front, and center. But anyway, so what do you think about all this drama? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's all to say about that, and bye.